Hey there everybody, welcome back to the 4-String Strummer, the channel that's all about ukuleles. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Little Gem Banjo Ukulele from our friends at Gold Tone. So the first banjo ukulele I ever owned was a Gold Tone, and it was a fantastic little instrument. Concert scale, had a closed back on it, nice wooden rim on it, beautiful little ukulele. I sold it like in goof, and almost immediately I regretted it, and I've been trying to get back to my Gold Tone roots for quite a while. One of the things I really like about Gold Tone is that they are first and foremost a banjo company. So when it comes to banjo ukuleles, I've always thought that this is a company that knows how to get a good sound out of an instrument. So I picked up one of these, and I'll be honest, I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to like this instrument or not. It's a little bit different. This won an award at NAMM, which is the big music industry show, the first year that it came out. And I think a big part of the reason was that it's so innovative looking. It's just different. It has this funky vibe about it. Might not appeal to all the real purist sort of guys that like the vintage look, but I think it's pretty cool. And the way that they get this is it has a transparent head on the instrument, but the rim and the resonator are both made out of acrylic. So just, again, completely different building materials. And I'm always one to not turn my nose up too quickly at different things like carbon fiber or laminates or whatever as a building material. I think you got to experiment with this stuff, and Gold Tone has gone ahead with that, and it's proven to be very popular. So again, all the rim here is acrylic, and these come in different colors, which also adds to sort of that funk factor that you get with this look. You can get them in blue. They come in a clear one. There's a red one. I think there's a pink one as well, so you can match your banjo ukulele to your own taste and personality. Again, this one that has a resonator on it, which is a nice feature to have, and I'll explain why. But basically what the resonator is, it's a back that goes on the instrument, but it's a little bit oversized. It's larger than the rim, and there's a gap between the rim and the resonator. I'll pull it up here and see if you can get a closer look at it without too much glare. So you can see right there. So what that does is it helps to get the sound to project out. And one of the things that this instrument really excels at is getting that sound out, because this is a loud little banjo uke. All right, so that's the main difference when you look at this versus a lot of other ones. Let's take a look at some of the other features that are on this instrument. So right away, you notice it's got this really nice maple neck, very nice straight grained, joined here at the heel, right? There's a joint there. It comes up into this really nicely shaped headstock. And I think that looks great because it gives that sort of vintage banjo look about it, right? Again, you're coming from a banjo background with Gold Tone for sure. You've got these sealed tuners on the back, very nice, very smooth. Up front here, you've got Gold Tone logo, and that's burned right in. It looks like it's laser etched. And here you've got the Little Gem logo on there, which looks like a little diamond or a little precious stone that's etched right into the truss rod cover. So this instrument actually has a truss rod as well. Truss rod, I'm not sure it's something you're going to use a lot on an instrument like this, but basically that's to set the relief in the neck. So if you want that, you can set that up to your own taste. Here at the nut, we've got a 35mm nut width, which is about standard for this type of an instrument, and that's about 1 3/8 inches. Really nice fretwork, absolutely no sharp frets on this at all. And you have position markers here at the 5th, the 7th, the 10th, the 12th, the 15th, and the 17th. And those are also on the side. So this is a bound fretboard. It's bound with ABS plastic. And you can see the position markers here on the side. And what I like about it is that the binding is black and the side position markers are white, so it really stands out well. The same way it does on the fretboard. You've got a nice light maple fretboard and black position markers all the way down the fretboard. Very easy to see. So it doesn't matter if you're playing in a darker environment, like if you're in a pub or something like that, they really pop out. Okay, these are actually just painted on. They're not inlaid. I think I'd prefer inlays. It would look a little bit nicer, but these work well. And I've had these painted on type of position markers on another instrument, this one right here, and I've played it a lot. No issues with them wearing off or anything like that. They just continue to do their job. Moving down, you've got a maple bridge with an ebony top on it, so very nice quality. Okay, little tailpiece there, nothing fancy, very practical. Okay, that's the ins and outs of all the features. Okay, now comes the cool part. We're going to try the sound test. So what I'm going to do is I'll play this one. I'll play a tune on it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it on a closed back banjo ukulele. Doesn't have a resonator, just has a closed back. And then I'm going to also play the same tune on the open back so you can really hear the difference in the sounds. All right, let's try it out. Okay, so let's compare that sound against this one. This is a closed back, tenor scale, wood rim ukulele. All right, let's try with the open back now. This one's a maple rim on this one, and it has pretty much the same neck on it. All right, I'll play another tune on this one, and then we'll go back to the gold tone, and then you can hear these a little bit more closely together as well. Now we'll try the same thing on the closed back. So what you can really see with this banjo uke is how much power it's got. It really, really pumps out a lot of volume. Now, some people might be thinking, I don't want it to be that loud, whatever. And that's fine. The one cool thing with this is that you can vary that sound, and that's where the resonator is an advantage, okay? Because you can remove the resonator if you want and just have an open back banjo. So if you're playing around the house, maybe the kids are upstairs doing their homework, whatever, you don't want to bother them. You live in an apartment, you want something that's a little bit quieter, you can take the resonator off and you can have more of that sort of warmer, open back kind of a sound. But then if you go out to a gig or you go to a group session where you're all playing together and you want more projection because you want to be heard over the other 27 dreadnought guitars that are there, you just put that back on and it gives you a lot of volume. So that to me is a real advantage with a ukulele like this one. So let's look at the pros and the cons. The one obviously that we've talked about, the pro, is that you've got that resonator and that it gives you that variability. Okay, a pro, this could be a pro or a con, depending on who you are, is the funky look of this thing, right? You can, again, get the one that matches your personality. You want something hot pink and you know, it's cool, right? You can just go out and pick out a hot pink banjo ukulele. If you want to go with blue or just straight clear, you can do that. So there's some variability there as well. It's not for everybody. Not everybody's going to like the look of that. I think it's funky. Um, Again, going back to these painted on position markers, I think they could have done a little bit more for themselves if they would have put actual inlaid dots there. Would have looked a little bit nicer. Another thing, and this is just a style choice, I think open tuners on this would have looked nice. Open gear tuners would have maybe given it a little bit more of a vintage vibe, especially when you look at the nice sort of vintage style headstock that they've put on this. But I'm being a little bit picky, and that's just personal preference for me. I really like this instrument. It comes with a little gig bag here. I'll just show you. It's nothing fancy, but it's very serviceable. It's padded. It's got a single strap that you can throw it over your shoulder when you're heading off to your gig or to your song circle. A little pouch there that you can put an extra pack of strings in. Pretty decent quality. I think it would do the job. Now, when you're talking about price here, you know, you look at something like this, it's a more expensive instrument than these other ones. These are basically like your Amazon type brands, okay? The open back is an Acklot, and the closed back one over here, that's a Camise. And they're both decent instruments. I've owned them both for a while now, and I play them a lot. I think that this would be kind of classified by, in my mind, as more of an upper level, entry level banjo ukulele. If you want something that's just that little bit better, this might be a route to go. This one is $189 US, where the other ones, they come in at around $100. So again, what are you getting for that extra money? It is almost twice the price. But the other way to look at it is it's really only $80 or $90. It's not, you know, $500 more or anything like that. Again, you've got the resonator. And, you know, with Gold Tone, you're also dealing through dealerships a lot. So you can go to your local store and buy this. And I think there is value to that because you're supporting local businesses and you get something in return for that. If you ever had an issue with it, you know, you can go to them and they'll work with you and support you on getting your instrument problems sorted out. Okay. And I think it's important to remember that, right? Sometimes you get instruments directly through Amazon, and you know, I bought them myself that way, so I'm not here to trash that. There is a place for that, but it comes with a little bit different kind of worry. Both of these instruments that I've had from both Acklot and Camise, I've had to do work on myself. Now, luckily, I know how to do that. I've got the equipment. I've got the files, I've got the tools and everything, and the know-how. I've been trained in it, right? Not everybody does. And so you get something and it's got sharp frets. A lot of people don't know how to do that. And you're buying something brand new. You shouldn't have to do that, okay? So those are just some of my thoughts on the pros and cons. I would highly recommend this instrument if you're looking for something that's maybe that little touch up on the quality scale. I would definitely go with the Gold Tone. These little gems are really nice. The more I play this instrument, the more I like it. It really pumps out a lot of volume. All right, that's it for today, folks. Listen, join up. We've just started our new Facebook group, so come on over and check it out. I'll put the link in the description. It's called the Four String Strummers, and it's just a spot where people that view the channel get together and they talk about maybe the song of the week that we do or whatever's on their mind, what their new favorite ukulele is, one that they're looking at buying, looking for opinions, things like that. Come on over. You'd be more than welcome to join us on there. And until we see you next time, keep smiling, keep strumming, and have fun, maybe with one of these videos right over here. Bye for now.